Hi, it's your astrologer from belladeveraofficial.wordpress.com, and I'm doing another astrology birth chart reading for Harry Styles. So this is my in Taurus at 25 degrees, and 25 degrees is associated with Aries. Around the zodiac from Aries to Pisces, 1 through 12, and then if you keep going 13, the degrees are up to 30, 0 to 30. So 1 is Aries, and then 2 is Taurus, and around to 12 is Pisces, and then 13 is Aries again. If you keep just going up, through 30 degrees, 1 to 30, that's how we figure this out. So that's why it's Aries for 25 degrees, So anyway, eighth house is it's ruled by Pluto. The eighth house is inner demons and hidden things and what we don't want to deal with. Things that we don't want to tell other people about us, about inner demons and such things, about fears and unhealed parts of us. The eighth house is if you have inner demons and you need to heal them, that can bring the sex part of the eighth house. Have you and the other person closer together if you heal such things, and you can have a healthier eighth house about that. Have healthy sexual relationship with some other people's resources, like money or whatever. Inheritances. So for one thing, you can have an inheritance of some be one or Venus. You don't this partner where you the eighth house can be business partners or clients or whatever. Um, it's shared resources. So it could be that kind of thing where you inherit something from someone or money that is in a Venus kind of situation, like or um on a holiday you can meet someone, and have shared resources that way. It can end up being business partners or something, that kind of thing. Or Aries also. I need to talk about the degrees and the zodiac sign because 25 degrees is associated with Aries, and that can happen that way also. It's not just the zodiac sign that you need to pay attention to, and also the planets in all the houses with these degrees. You need to pay attention to that too, and all the aspects and everything, because it's not just this one thing. This one thing in itself is what I'm telling you about, but your whole astrology birth chart is how it can happen. A mix of things. So the eighth house is you and who you're attracted to. Like I said, in a sexual way, like the eighth house is all about, like I said, inner demons. So you can be attracted to someone that is a Taurus or has like a Taurus Jupiter or North Node or Mars or whatever, Saturn or Ascendant or whatever. Their seventh house can be Taurus, or it can be a lot of things, Lilith or whatever, or just Venusian qualities about them somehow. It doesn't necessarily have to be Taurus the zodiac sign in itself. But anyway, and also Aries. So the 8th house can be someone that I'll get to Aries, then I got off on a little tangent here, so I'll just finish my thought, and then I'll talk about the inheritance part of this about Aries, since I just did that for Taurus. So what I was saying is you can be attracted to someone's Taurus inner demons about Venusian things, or Aries, which is Mars. It's the first house, which is yourself, the ego, in a way. The 5th house is Leo. The sun is more the ego. That's the actual ego. But Mars is the ego in a different way. Mars is the planet of aggression. How do you do aggression? So Mars, let's say 25 degrees being associated with Aries for this 8th house, who your sexual partners can be, Aries or Taurus. The person or yourself can have inner demons in an Aries or Taurus way, is what I was trying to say about Mars or Venus, about one of 5 senses, or art or beauty, in an 8th house way, like inner demons kind of way. It can be that. And Mars about the ego in an aggression kind of way, how you do aggression. It's Aries is all about being confident and independent, and me is what Aries is about. So it can be in that kind of a way, like pay attention to me. That kind of an inner demon thing is who you can be attracted to in a sexual way. But like I was saying, the inheritance thing can be about Mars, Aries. It can be about someone. Mars is all about war. So if you have enemies, if you have, this is a little bit more difficult to explain, but you can have maybe like a business partner or something that the inheritance part of this 8th house can be in from someone that is like Martian kind of a person, or it can be someone that you don't get along with, but somehow you end up inheriting something from them. Or, like I said, if you have such a person as a business partner, you can inherit or have shared resources with the Aries kind of person that you have aggression with somehow, you know. But like I said, the 8th house is who you're attracted to, like in a sexual way. It's the sex house, or whatever. So you're gonna have some amount of always being attracted to people that are aggressive. That's Aries. And that are Venusian, that are soft spoken, or have, that are all about the 5 senses, like perfumes and good quality whatever, food and wine, whatever. Like, be attracted to a sexual partner like that has that kind of quality about them too. But like I said, it can be the inheritance part of this, can be someone that you have shared resources with in that kind of a way. The 8th house is what people don't want to deal with, but it can be what you're good at dealing with in this kind of way, like Taurus or Aries. It can be someone that deals with you can be this yourself or attracted to someone, a sexual partner, or have some kind of, you know, who, whatever kind of eighth house person that is in your life can be someone that deals with eighth house matters in a Taurus or Aries way, or you do this yourself, like in an aggressive way or a Venusian kind of way, or a mix of both, since it's the degrees and the zodiac sign we're talking about. It can be someone that is maybe not so much into eighth house matters. Like the eighth house is death and rebirth, like in a inner demon transformation kind of way, like you get out of your deep hole, your inner demon crap, and transform into a new person, like healthier person. You know, it's death in that kind of a way, but it also is the literal kind also, or the gory hospital kind of blood kind of stuff that is going on if there's an accident, a crisis over there, and you go out to help, go over there to help them out with this crisis they're in. You deal with eighth house stuff in an Aries and a Taurus kind of a way. So you're really confident and really aggressive and can deal with it very well in a very, confident way. And also like let's do it my way kind of a thing. Deal with this crisis in my way, how I want to or how I think is the best. That's what Aries is like, let's get this done now, and let's quit fooling around if there's any, thing like that going on. If you have anyone that has that kind of personality, Aries hates that and they want to do things now. And Aries is actually like they want to do things that are supposed to be done now, yesterday. So they want to deal with the crisis in their way, like right now, like let's get it taken care of, and let's get it done with. Let's, if there's any blood or crying or any kind of anything like that, or like let's get it dealt with now and quit fooling around with dealing with it. That's what Aries is like. The eighth house is dealing with inner demons and stuff. So that's what Aries is like. Um, it's hidden things. So, it's your inner demons. So Aries is like, let's deal with this in a confident way. Let's deal with my inner demons in a confident way. Or you're attracted to someone that is like this, like, and also Aries is the baby of the zodiac, and Aries is a fire sign. And to be honest with you, in case you didn't know it, all fire signs, especially actually Aries and Leo, are very emotional. They're very fiery and like, ego-y and stuff, but they do it in a baby way, emotional way, in case you didn't know. But they're likely to get over it really quick. So Aries isn't gonna be going around holding grudges and stuff and dealing with inner demon kind of stuff in a grudgy kind of way, like some other zodiac signs definitely do. But they can be emotional about it though. So they're gonna be maybe a baby or bratty about it, but they're gonna be confident at the same time about it and bossy and like, let's do it my way. And, that's if they think their way is the best way to deal with inner demons, if they happen to be doing this for themselves or in a conversation and they want to give their opinion, this is how they're going to deal with it. And they definitely can deal with their own inner demons in a quiet way, but it's going to be in an Aries, Martian kind of confident, aggressive kind of a way. In a bossy, know-it-all kind of a way. That's Aries. And See, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, so yeah, that's all for that thought, I guess. Eighth house is, like I was saying, it's shared resources. So maybe it's just the fact that the eighth house, what I'm trying to say is the eighth house can be about money. So your shared resources, Aries, you having this be at 25 degrees can deal with your shared resources with someone in an Aries way, in a confident way, or like in a let's handle our shared resources in my way. Um, the eighth house is all about, like I said, inner demons. Any kind of whatever inner demon you think you have is the eighth house. Like I said, it's also transformation and growth. So you really deal with things in an Aries way. And the degrees aren't maybe as powerful as the zodiac sign, but I'll get to that then. But that's Aries for you. So I was just trying to think of what else I can say about it. But let's talk about Taurus though, the zodiac sign. That's a very important part of this too. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, and one quality of Taurus is that they don't like change. So Taurus being in your eighth house is you either are this way yourself and also can be attracted to someone that doesn't want to deal with eighth house matters because they don't like change. So whatever you have about you at the moment, you don't want to change it because you're used to it. And do it in an eighth house or Taurus way, which is Venusian. It's gonna be like an Taurus is the sensual zodiac sign. It's in a little bit of a square aspect to the eighth house because it's Taurus and the eighth house is Scorpio. So Taurus is the sensual zodiac sign. The eighth house is the sexual house. It's ruled by Mars and Pluto. The and the degree being in Aries because Mars is the first house, but so it's more of the inner demons kind of. It's not just the Mars aggressive kind of thing happening with the eighth house in itself. But since Aries is there, the 25 degrees, it is somewhat that way. But the eighth house is Pluto. So Taurus and Scorpio is in an opposition, actually, not a square. All about oppositions. I don't know why. Sorry if I said that, but it's an opposition. So you're the opposite of the eighth house. Taurus is. It's not a square. So an opposition is going to be like, it's going to be like somewhat of what I was saying. It's going to be the opposite. It's going to be like and the opposite of the eighth house. So you're not going to want to change anything about the eighth house things, which could be like a partner or a sexual partner or your inheritance partner, however that is. Or family member that you have money ties with, if it happens to be that way. If there's any shared resources you have with anyone, that's the eighth house, no matter who it is. It doesn't have to be a romantic person, but it can be. But if you have any business person or family member or anyone that you have business ties with, whether it's theirs or yours, being the resources for you or them, it's going to be what I said. It's going to be you don't want to get rid of that person. You want to keep them around because you're used to your situation with them, whatever it is, however it is, about eighth house matters. But like I was saying, Taurus is in an opposition to the eighth house. So it's going to be the same and opposite of it. So you're going to have some tension there. It's not going to be the most tension aspect like a square is, but it's going to be somewhat of a tension thing, just opposite. You don't like change. You're resistant to it. Taurus is the zodiac sign that hates change. They can't stand it. And they get so comfortable with whatever eighth house situation they have with. It can be many people actually in different kinds of situations about eighth house matters, but definitely sexual partners too. You can be reluctant to get rid of such a person because you're used to it, or where you live if you have business people or money situation, share resources. You don't want to move because you are used to that kind of situation, maybe. And like I said, you have to look at the whole astrology birth chart because there can be aspects from other planets and such things that, make this a little bit different. But in itself, this is what it means. So, but you deal with eighth house matters in a Taurus way, like I was saying. So you deal with the crisis over there, like I was saying, in a Taurus way. In a Venusian way. It's in a necessarily an eighth house way. It's going to be you deal with the eighth house in a Taurus way. And so they're in a situation talking about it, or if they happen to be trying to give advice, they're going to give such advice. With your inner demons in a classic kind of way. That's what Taurus would be like. In a loyal way, that's the fixed sign part of it. Should have mentioned that for the other thing I said. Aries, the degrees is a cardinal sign. And for the seventh house, you deal with seventh house matters in an Aries way, which is cardinal, and Cancer is cardinal. So anyway, that's initiates energy. Taurus maintains energy. Mutable signs, there's only 3 modalities. That's the modality I'm talking about. Fixed is Taurus. Mutable changes energy. So that's the 3. So Taurus maintains energy. So they're going to be slow and methodical. Taurus is known for talking slow, and also Cancer is too. Not sure if there's many more zodiac signs that actually do that, but these are 2 noticeable zodiac signs that really are like that very much. So Taurus will deal with the crisis over there, or their inner demons, or the conversation, or whatever, giving advice in that kind of a way. Like, they're not going to be an air sign processing things, but they're going to be an earth sign, like grounded, like, stable and methodical, like in a earth sign kind of way. Thinking through all the details and what to do or not to do, or that kind of thing. And not jumping ahead of themselves like an Aries would and getting all the details screwed up and whatever. They're going to be an earth sign and be able to deal with the inner demons, the process of dealing with the inner demons in a methodical earth sign, grounded kind of a way. Or the crisis over there or whatever, and be able to follow through with the whole process. If they do that, though, that is one part of Taurus. They're very loyal. That's what fixed means also. Fixed signs are very loyal, so they'll stick with the process, though. If you can get a Taurus to change, if they're resistant to change, if they're resistant to the 8th house matters, if you can get them going with it, they'll stick with it then and follow through with it and do it properly and methodically, or however you say that, like I said, like grounded and, you know, logical. That's earth signs. So that'll be how they deal with 8th house matters. It's not that they wouldn't necessarily deal with them, it's just that they're slow at it and resistant to it. But like I said, Taurus is gonna do it properly. They're gonna do it slowly, but they'll get it done, and they'll do it proper and see the project through, the inner demons or whatever, whatever kind of situation you're talking about, or shared resources. If you're dealing with a situation about that, they'll deal with it in a earth sign kind of way and follow through with the whole process of it, get it done properly and, logically and, with all the details the way they should be. So that's basically what that's about. So I'll just stop this video there. I haven't recorded all of it. If it didn't, I'll do this one again because there's too much information I said after it did that one time, that Wi-Fi thing. I don't know if it said it was slow or something. It didn't say it cut it off, but so I'm assuming it's okay. But if it's not, I'll do it again. But anyway, I'll just leave this 8th house, this video like it is. And if I want to add anything to these videos, I'll just do another one, but I'll just, leave it at that for now. And so if there's any questions, comments, or whatever, feel free to leave them. If anyone watched this video, thank you for watching. So I'll be doing more astrology birth chart readings for you, Harry. There's tons more that I can do for you. So anyway, thanks for watching.